ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time for What Do You Call It? Podcast.
I do know that you went to a few WrestleManias. Which WrestleManias did you go to?
I went to WrestleMania 28.
Mm-hmm.
That was in Miami in 2012. And there were two main events. It was the Hell in a Cell, but with Undertaker versus Triple H with Shawn Michaels as the guest referee.
And greatest also, false finish ever.
I know, right? And I was, oh my gosh. Yeah, they had a little podcast, those three, and they were talking about that false finish. And in one of the Raw replays, one of the crowd reactions was me in the, that's my tiny little claim to fame. I'm like, yeah, I've been on WWE, not wrestling, but I was like this. It was that after that super kick, right? That was, I'm gonna mark out really bad. But yeah, the other main event was Rock Cena, the first Rock Cena.
The good one, until they did it again.
The good one, yeah.
The fact that it was like advertised as once in a lifetime, that's the only time you're ever going to see it until next year. How was that in general? Like how did you basically organize the trip? Did you go through WWE or did you do it independently?
Yeah, good question. So some of the other UK fans, they do the big package holiday deal, right? So we didn't do that. It was me, my brother, my sister, and my brother's wife. Not wife at the time, they got married after, and she kind of puts up with wrestling and he's made her a fan. Nice. And so we booked the tickets first of all, and then we booked the flights separately. We didn't do access, we kind of just came a couple days before the show, and then afterwards we went to Orlando to go to Disney World.
You had to squeeze in a Disney trip then. Nice.
Yeah, of course.
Nice. I've never done a Mania before, but I'll have to definitely do it. So, have you always been a lifelong wrestling fan?
Oh yeah. So when I was a little bit young for the Attitude Era, so my brother and sister, they're both older than me. They got to stay up late and watch the pay-per-views at 1 a.m. 1 a.m. for us in the UK.
Yep.
And I only ever remember watching one pay-per-view late in 2001. I was a little bit too young for the others. So 2001 was sort of 2002 is getting towards the end of the Attitude Era. So I kind of caught the end of it. And what I remember more than the actual matches was playing the video game, WrestleMania 2000 on the Nintendo 64.
Great
and what
game.
Stood out to me, fantastic game. We still play it now. We've got the Nintendo just over there. And the best feature was the create your own wrestler mode.
The course. Yeah, so addictive, aren't they?
So addictive. And I had no concept of imperial measurements of pounds and height, inches and feet. So I just made my character like 7 foot and 500 pounds. I was like, yeah, I want to make them the biggest, the best. My sister was like, you can't be that tall. No woman is that tall. And you don't want to be fat. And I was like, no, I want them to be big. I want them to be strong.
I did love them games. If I could get the N64 from CEX now, I'd happily spend a weekend playing it. No, that's good. Did you have any favourites growing up?
Oh, yeah. Probably Shawn Michaels. And
good choice.
In terms of women, Chyna, she was really badass. And Tori and Jacqueline, she was amazing. And towards when I was still a fan going to WrestleMania, my favourite was AJ Lee.
She was great. She retired too early, but obviously she had issues with CM Punk and stuff. But just really, I think underrated. I think as soon as she left, that's when we saw like the Divas Revolution and the boom for women's wrestling in WWE. Bit of a shame, really.